Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you're having a wonderful and beautiful day. Well, unfortunately for us, that this young kid was apparently removed from the classroom because he had a "Don't Tread on Me" patch, which is also being apparently deemed as racist, and it also seems that the school doesn't know their own bloody history. We have a lot of receipts and things to talk about because the school seems to be a bunch of idiots. This is part of the reason why our educational system and why our kids are not as intelligent as they should be. Because we have a lot of schools that are trying to do indoctrination and woke BS rather than trying to actually educate our children and further them into their livelihoods. But of course, we'll have the Democrats that don't want to have school of choice and they don't want to have anything else. Because, of course, when you have school of choice, your kid gets the best education possible from the best school. So Democrats proceed to remove that ability so that way your kids can remain dumb and stupid. Here's the actual clip.
Thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was, that's the reasoning behind why we do not want this displayed.
The Gadsden flag?
The "Don't Tread on Me."
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag? Okay, so he's, what's gonna happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class. Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got a patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate flag.
Now I know that school is a bunch of idiots and they kind of require you to have a brain, but unfortunately the school and the actual teacher at hand seems to be pretty much a big idiot. Because what we have here is that the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, which you see right here over yonder, is called the Gadsden flag as well, which the teachers was, somewhat stumped that it was even called the Gadsden flag to begin with. But of course, our teachers are not rightfully educated. They don't even know anything about history, so of course you're going to get this type of result. Yeah, the Gadsden flag is a historical American flag with a yellow field depicting a timber rattlesnake called coiled and ready to strike. Beneath the rattlesnake are the words "Don't Tread on Me." Some modern versions of the flag include an apostrophe. The flag is named for Christopher Gadsden, a South Carolina delegate to the Continental Congress and brigadier general in the Continental Army. So yes, has a lot to do with the Army and the American Revolution. So I don't see where it has anything to do with racism, and even if you do put in the great old racism in here, you're not going to find it. It says, even here, it says the Gadsden flag next to the Confederate battle flag and the flag of National Socialist Germany at the rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Which, again, they're probably depicting it as a racist flag because some people were using it with the Confederate flag. Which, again, if you want to go to the Confederate flag, yes, there were some cases where it was used as for racism. But the Continental flag, the Gadsden flag, is not used for this. But of course, these people have no brains. They operate on just woke points and what they're taught rather than actually doing any type of research. Maybe we should hire teachers that actually have intelligence and can actually teach and knows the history of our country than hiring ones that are idiots.
Okay, I am just here to enforce. No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every right to not agree with it.
Because the ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you go on their website, it's says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's a ban on patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's one-sided, because you allow some patches but not other patches.
Other kids have patches like other names and the American flag and backpacks.
Yeah.
And the mother is absolutely right in every aspect. They have favorites. And a lot of these woke, far left schools do have favorites. Like, they won't allow the American flag, but they will allow the pride flag, they'll allow the LGBTQ flag, they'll allow all these other type of flags, even the BLM one, those flags are allowed. But when it comes to the American flag, when it comes to obviously the Don't Tread on Me flag, when it comes on to anything that is related to America at all, that flag or that object or that whatever it may be that is American is banned for some apparent reason. So we know that these people have favorites. We know that these people cater to one side. And I think that Americans are getting real sick and tired of that bullshit.
That was like flown during the revolution with, I just don't understand that at all.
So what I can do is
And if you go onto the ACLU's website, let's talk to
I
someone,
can,
because
I
I
can
don't
have
want a
you speak
lawsuit, I really don't.
I can have you speak to Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again,
Okay,
and then he can refer you to our person at the district.
okay,
Because like I said, we're following district policy,
okay.
is what we're doing.
Okay.
So, the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I
Like,
know, me
that's all,
too.
like,
He
the last
takes
thing I
his
want.
classes seriously, he
Yes.
studies, he wants to get straight A's, he did that. He made honor roll when he was here before. He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So,
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me?
And of course, they won't show where the policy is. It's kind of like in their nature to not do so, because it doesn't really work with them. However, we have receipts, my friends, receipts that we do have. And we have from Connor Boyack, which it says, meet 12-year-old Jaden, who was kicked out of class yesterday in Colorado Springs for having a Gadsden flag patch, which the school claims has origins with slavery. The school's director said via email that the patch was disruptive to the classroom environment. I don't even think the kids know what the actual Gadsden flag is, or even what this Don't Tread on Me patch is. I would also like to see the class acting out and seeing what's been happening here for that, the flag in general. They cited USEEOC, which admitted that the flag originated in the Revolutionary War in a non-racial context, but then said, however, whatever the historic origins and meaning of the symbol, it has been sometimes interpreted to convey racially tinged messages. It says here, Ms. Rodriguez, as discussed, I am providing you to the rationale for determining that the Gadsden flag is considered an unacceptable symbol. First case, when EEOC required the complaint to be reviewed, of course, they're citing the Washington Post, which kind of shows exactly what it is. Tied to the Confederate flag and other white supremacy groups, including patriot groups. Yeah, because patriot groups are, for some apparent reason, bad. Because, obviously, we can't have the patriot groups. So, a thing. Just because it was sometimes imported to convey racially tinged messages does not mean that's the actual true meaning of what the flag represents. You're trying to change the way the language is, or the way that something meaning is, when that's not the reality is. But, of course, when we say gay, it's related to a gay person, obviously. Or what used to be a gay or a fag for this instance would be a bundle of sticks. Or if we were to be gay, it usually means you were happy. The terms change. However, in this case, this is not the case. You hardly ever see the Don't Tread Me flag used anywhere else besides the one time it was used in the Charlottesville scenario, right? That was the only time it was used, and again, that was misinterpreted what it was meant. So they don't even know what the flag actually means. The director then argued that the flag is associated with hate groups, linking to this weak article that cites a graphic design scholar who claimed that some way now see the Gadsden flag as a symbol of intolerance and hate or even racism. Decision by the Navy in 2016 did not fly or wear the Gadsden flag. We truly had hoped to have Jaden back at school tomorrow to resume his normal school day, but that will require his badge to be removed from his backpack. I've been coordinating with Dr. Michael Claudio, Assistant Superintendent, Personal Support Services. He understands you may reach out to him regarding this issue. Yeah, so talk to him. And if he doesn't do it, then just leave the school. Because obviously the school is a piece of garbage and doesn't deserve anybody's time of day. As you can hear his mom say in the video, Jaden wanted to stand up for his non-racist beliefs. So after he was kicked out of class, he asked his mom to take him to the news station to get the word out. He got the idea from Tun's book. They declined an interview. Of course, they declined an interview because they know that they're in the wrong. It's quite obvious about this. They know they're in the wrong, and they know that they don't have anything to back up their claims. So they try to do this hidden. But he goes to the news and just kind of go on about it. Good on this kid. See what role was he actually breaking. According to the director, this one see highlight through it's unclear what alleged slavery connections have to do with drugs, tobacco, alcohol, or weapons. So what we have here is unacceptable items. It says short dresses, skirts, or other similar clothing shorter than mid-thigh length. Sunglasses and/or hats worn inside the building, inappropriately sheer, tight, or low-cut clothing. Obviously, all of the stuff that bare or exposure to the private parts of the body, including but not limited to the stomach, buttocks, back, and breasts. Tank tops or other similar clothing that with straps narrower than 1.5 inches in width. Bandanas or of any color. Any clothing paraphernalia, grooming, jewelry, hair coloring, accessories, or body ornaments that are contained on any advertisement symbols, words, logos, patches, or pictures that refer to drugs, tobacco, alcohol, or weapons, are of a sexual nature, by virtue of color, arrangement, trademark, or other attribute denote membership in gangs that validate drug use, violence, or aggressive behavior, are obscene, profane, vulgar, lewd, or legally libelous, threaten the safety of welfare or of any person, promote any activity prohibited by the student code of conduct. So, I'm not even seeing anything here related to racism either, and I don't think this kid is breaking any sort of these code of conducts or the issues at hand. So let's see here. Let's say you. What's the real reason why you want this kid banned? Why you want this flag no longer there? Because I think that we have learned here today that you people in particular, you schools, don't care about the kids. You don't care about our country, you don't care about the truth, and you don't care about our actual true history. How about you get sued into oblivion and have to stand for the rights for the kids because fuck you, Colorado Springs School. Alright guys, that's the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.